CEO Roderick from Create the Difference. You are not seeing things. It is a Black Widow. It is pink, but this ball is not reactive. This ball is urethane, and I'm going to tell you why that matters right now. So urethane balls, first off, don't absorb oil. This bowling ball is a true urethane ball. It does not absorb oil. As a result of that, it does not back in very well. It hooks early or not, or not so much at all. Now, you go, well, Ron, you said they hook early and not so much at all. That's true, except the first shot. Now, there is friction in the right part of the lane here. You can see the pattern out there. It's faint, but you can see it. But more importantly, let's have him repeat that shot. Because what I'm going to tell you is, as a urethane ball begins to get some oil on it, and he's going to wipe it off. Watch, he's going to wipe the ball off. He's going to wipe it off. Doesn't matter. As urethane bowling balls get thrown, those first couple shots, their reaction changes dramatically. So you're going to be able to see that. So we'll have him try to repeat this shot and watch the difference in reaction. That's pretty close. And now it struck. So see, that is what's so interesting about urethane balls. As they get 2 and 3 shots on them, their reaction will change dramatically. The first shot hooks a ton. The second shot's going to mellow out. The third shot's going to be what you're actually going to be able to see from a reaction standpoint. So I'm going to have Billy throw that one more time in that same spot, and that would be the reaction that you'd want to use. With that being said, if you buy a urethane ball, make sure you throw it a little bit in practice before you go out and try to bowl a tournament with it, because if you don't, and you don't understand that phenomenon, that was in, but it's going to push, watch. Yeah, in, it pushed, and it did not strike as a result of it being in. But if you don't do that, you won't have a good understanding of what the urethane ball does, and because that drastic reaction change happens, you'll miss it, and you'll be like moving around thinking that it's you, when really it's your bowling ball changing. So we'll get ourselves a fresh rack. We'll throw it again. And you can kind of see, this is going to be a bowling ball. Maybe for, you still probably need a little more rev rate than Billy's got, right? Because you can see the ball's not giving him like super great ball reaction. And part of that's because his reactive balls would work fine here, right? If reactive balls work fine, then urethane balls don't work fine. To put it in perspective, I'm going to have him go grab his GB4 bowling ball and throw in a line that's going to allow him to be able to strike. So he's going to play a different part of the lane. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I really want you to see and understand that urethane truly is a unique piece. So he's going to move in and play a different part of the lane to be able to try to strike. But that'll let you see how much difference there is between a urethane ball and a reactive ball. Okay, that was a good shot, and there was a big difference. You can tell there's a really big difference there between their laydowns. So that's why when you see guys on tour throwing urethane, you got to remember their rev rate is more than double of Billy's, which is, Billy's is kind of close to the average person. So if there's a rev rate that's double that, then that would explain why they can use these urethane balls, whereas us more normal type players that aren't nearly as good as the professionals can't. So got a little more information. Billy, go ahead and throw the Black Widow pink one more time for me. We're going to give this ball its fair due. Let it get a strike or two. But you have to watch. He's really got to change his angle to be able to get this ball to strike. And urethane balls, true urethane balls, they hook early, not late. So it'll rev up right in there and then make the move and then go kind of straight. And that's just kind of how those balls react. Like, that's how urethane balls react. And even though this ball has a lot of flair, because it has a Black Widow core in it, it's still going to have that kind of shape to it. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to get this ball to really boomerang down lane because that's just not how urethane balls roll. They tend to be earlier. They tend to be a little flatter down lane. Now, if you got a ton of rev rate, you can turn that flatter down lane into continuous shape, which will then allow you to be able to use it and strike. And it's good for when you want to blend out patterns. But we're on a house pattern. This is the China over here, bro. You don't need to have no urethane out here. That's close. Or not. All right. This is a little tricky, huh? A little tricky with this ball. That's all right. We're gonna make a little adjustment. One of the best parts of having clutch and seeing where you're playing at is you know kind of how to make a move and make that work. Now, if you're a two-hander, high rev rate guy, like I said, maybe this is another piece you want to add to your arsenal. But if you're the regular consumer, 250, 300 RPMs, this ball probably is not the one you want to have in your bag unless you're a tournament player. You bowl a lot of tournaments, it could come into play, especially if you want to blend out the pattern. Now that's probably too far right. Oh no, it was perfect. It's perfect. All right, awesome. Well, now you got some more information about that Black Widow pink. Head on over to bowlingforless.com, pick yourself one up, and get your free True Cut sanding pad, and that will allow you to be able to adjust the surface when needed. On behalf of Billy Levan, I am CEO, Ronnie Glenn from Creative Difference. Talk to you soon.